Welcome everybody to This Week in Wrestling. I am your host, Bobbit, and we got a good show for you tonight. We've got AEW Double or Nothing predictions. We've got news. We might even slap Trek across the head a few times. Who knows? As always, joining me tonight, you know him, you love him, and you also kind of hate him. The Cold Bone guy. How are you tonight, Mr. Cold Bone?
Y'all motherfuckers gonna hate me. I don't care. Hate me, hate me, hate me. Hate me, hate me, hate me. Because in the long run, I don't care. But I'm doing good.
Also joining them is the Miss Tattoo Mistress and Wendy. How are y'all tonight?
I'm doing alright. Wendy's currently trying to figure out how the fuck she threw her rattle all the way across the room.
She's also halfway to the kitchen.
Also joining us tonight is the lovely Miss Ronnie. Hey tonight.
I'm doing good. It's the end of the week. We've survived since Money in the Bank.
We've survived Monday. We've survived Tuesday.
Yes,
We
sun
survived
came up every
Wednesday.
day.
Barely survived Thursday.
Barely survived Thursday. And Friday. Jesus Christ, people. Seriously. Seriously. Calm your tits. I am calm. I am seriously calm. Look, I'm gonna say this right fucking now. I am as excited for tomorrow night as fucking everybody else. But here's the thing. I am cautiously optimistic. I'm not gonna go into this saying fuck WWE. It's all about fucking all or nothing. They're better than WWE. Shut up. I'm going into this as a wrestling fan. I am a fan of wrestling. I do not care who does what. I do not care if you give me a shitty storyline. Do you want to know why? Because you know what? You all don't know why I watch wrestling. It gets me away, and I said it today. It gets me away from real life for a little bit. Even though I have real life inside the house, I have a little one here. It takes my mind off of everything else that I had to do throughout the day. And if you had to do what I have to fucking do, you would hate yourself at times. Because you ultimately feel shitty having to do what I have to do. And I don't do bad things. I do good things, but it just makes you feel like you're prying and you're annoying people. I've literally had to. I'll tell you what I fucking do. Okay, I can't tell you specifics. Over the last months, I deal with families and soldiers and issues. Like if a soldier this is a real life one. I've had a soldier commit suicide. You know what I have to do? And some people know this, I have to call that family within 3 working days and ask them if they need anything. Do you know how annoying that is, getting that call? Yeah, I'm Mr. Baker here. Yeah, I this, that, or the other thing. Do you know how shitty that makes somebody feel? That's why I watch wrestling. Whether it's fucking shitty or not, it actually gives me an emotional release to shit on WWE when they fuck up. It makes me feel better. Would you rather I took it out on Heather? No, because that'd be pretty shitty. Then I would be the one that is really an asshole. That's why I do what I do. It's my outlet. People sitting there saying, fuck WWE, I'm all elite. Okay, fine. But you know what? Be all elite. But don't shit on WWE. Of course it's a shitty product. Watch both. Fuck. What if All Elite fails? What if they come out and put on a shitty show and then it's like nobody, okay, now what? They're going to have a TV deal at TNT. Then what? Look, I am as excited as the next fucking person, but don't sit there and tell me you aren't gonna fucking watch WWE because of what fucking happened at Money in the Bank. Fuck that. Then you aren't a real wrestling fan. Sorry. Hate me if you want. Hate me if you want. I don't care. That's all I got. That's my opening statement. So that'll end the show tonight.
Yeah. We didn't even get to introduce the last guy.
Oh, I mean, goddamn.
Poor Trek.
Go ahead, Bob. I'm sorry.
Alrighty. Well, I don't know how to follow that. So here's Trek.
Yay, Trek.
Yay. What do y'all want to talk about? Because I'm completely brain fucked right now.
Oh,
Well, I mean, am I speaking truth or am I lying?
I mean, you ain't wrong, but jeez.
Well, that's all that. That's what I have to deal with. People just it boggles my mind that people just can't accept the fact that, and I've said it hundreds of times, WWE does not give two fucking shits what AEW does. They never have. If they would have given a shit, if AEW said they announced the TV deal, if WWE cared at all, they would have started changing. They would have started changing, and I'm not just talking little subtle. They would have started doing things differently. They haven't done one damn thing differently as far as storytelling goes. I don't care if they add 35 fucking titles. They ain't changed a damn storyline. Nothing. And they aren't gonna. They're gonna keep doing the same thing.
Are you a bulldog?
They ain't gonna change their storylines just for WWE or for AEW. That makes no sense. Then that makes them look scared. I don't. That's logic that still makes sense. Why should WWE conform to what AEW is doing when AEW should conform to what WWE is doing? If neither of them conform to what either other one's doing, they're both gonna fucking fail. That's
And
ultimately
that's how I
what's gonna
explained
fucking
it to
happen.
Austin
Say it
after
again.
Money in the Bank.
Say it again.
It's AEW has to come up to the level close to or near what Vince McMahon is putting out there. Vince McMahon does not need to come down
No.
to their level. And why, like you said, why should WWE show their hand at this time? They are doing things differently.
But they've been doing things differently forever.
Right. But even like with everything that happened Sunday, with everything that happened on Monday, I just want to personally thank everybody for all the salt for my holiday barbecues.
No shit.
Because I have never had any dealings with Twitter since the year I've been on be the way it was this past week. And what I've basically gotten out of it, we're now at Friday. Everything's fine. Everybody woke up each day. Things continued on. I got the most enjoyment out of the Brock Lesnar memes with the briefcase because they took that and made something out of a negative.
Yep.
And they did the same thing. I mean, he's basically outdone the Miz's dad memes at this point, but it just took a different spin on it. And now we're going into the weekend. We know what's coming Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a matter of
What they do.
let it play out,
Yeah.
then make your decision.
Exactly.
If we could all predict the future, we would all be millionaires. We would all be happy. You just don't know till it happens.
Agreed.
Then you deal with the fallout.
Yep.
Oh, by the way, Ronnie, I technically never woke up, so
Oh, okay.
yeah, I'm
You're
still
still
I'm still dead.
You're still in that comatose state. Yeah. So for anybody that has awoken since Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we're now at Friday. Everything's fine. Every day you went to work, every day you came home. It's just another day. Let's move on. Let's get through Saturday. Then let's decide, okay, is this something I can get into, or is this something that I'm not going to waste my time with? Or is this, I'm going to watch both. I'm going to like both, pluses with this one, negatives with this one, positives with this one, negatives with this one. Like them all.
Yeah.
Give yourself some variety.
Okay, I get the variety thing. What's variety, though? It's wrestling. That's my argument. It's wrestling. What is going to be different? That's my whole argument. My whole question. What are they going to do that is different than WWE? What? As far as wrestling, what are they going to do different?
The wrestling aspect itself, I see what you're talking about, but maybe the storytelling, maybe the gimmicks, maybe the usage of talent may be different than the way WWE is doing it.
Again, with the usage of talent, WWE has so much talent. My thing is, and everybody that was watching the show, was it Monday or Tuesday? Tuesday, I think, right? Where it went off? Was it Tuesday?
I think it was Tuesday.
Yeah, it was Tuesday. The fans should not care who is pushed. The fans should care about the storyline as to why that person is being pushed. So more or less, you can be a fan of a certain superstar, but if all you're going to do is worry and fucking sit there and bitch and piss and fucking moan that he's not winning a title, why are you watching wrestling? Watch that segment and then go the fuck away. I don't understand. That's what I don't understand. That's another thing I don't understand. Why are people... Well, I don't like how they're fucking doing this with this person. This person should be the champion. How? I don't understand the whole philosophy of everybody sitting there saying, well, I like this person better than this person. Okay, but that doesn't mean they deserve to be a champion. Do you see what I mean? Not everybody deserves to be a champion. If that was the case, fuck it. And I said it the other day. Give them all a fucking title. Because ultimately, that's what everybody gets, a participation trophy. Not everybody's destined to be a champion.
Well, we could go around this whole panel and everybody pick somebody different. So right there, that's your opinion.
Mm-hmm.
You have your reasonings for that. And WWE has the same reasonings. There's a reason that they brought Brock Lesnar back. There is a reason that they put Kofi Kingston in the title picture. There is a reason they took it off of Daniel Bryan. There is a reason Seth Rollins is a champion. So there's reasons, and with like I said, everybody on the panel, we could go around and you could ask the question. Anybody in the chat, who do you think is deserving of being a champion? And I guarantee everybody has a different talent or person that they would select. I don't think we're all going to choose the same person.
No, I look at it like this. I like I've said it, and I've been pretty consistent. I am not a fan of a certain wrestler. I am a fan of wrestling. So for me, and I'll do it. I'll do it right now. Who do I think should be champion? Fucking AJ Styles, best wrestler in the fucking company. Him and Seth Rollins are the two best wrestlers in the company. They're two at the best at what they do right now, hands down. Brock Lesnar is one of those guys. I think people are really missing the point with Brock Lesnar. He is really there to put everybody else over. Yes, they're making him look strong, but you look at Seth Rollins right now, How strong does Seth Rollins look after he beat Brock Lesnar? How strong does he look? Nobody gets that. Every person that beats Brock Lesnar or that looks strong against Brock Lesnar, i.e. Finn Balor, i.e. AJ Styles, they look strong. Roman Reigns, they look strong. I mean, am I wrong in saying that? I look at what they're doing with the superstars, not who, if that makes sense. Go ahead. I'm talking too much. I'm giving away my secrets.
Well, I'm going to answer Ronnie's question real fast. Alexa Bliss for all the titles.
Oh, Jesus.
Moving on.
Bobbitt, you're fired.
And this, but you can't fire him. It's on his show.
I was going to
Here's
say,
the
yes,
thing.
we have to have
Here's the
commentary.
thing.
Fired
With
from the cold bullshit.
Bobbitt, I call bullshit on that because I know he's just trying to trigger me. So Bobbitt will not be on Mondays and Tuesdays anymore. I'm just kidding. I kid, but it's like.
We got to have comments from the peanut gallery. Come
Well,
on now.
and if you don't, you're a fool. You're a fool. I mean, I get it. There are some people. Ronnie gave me an example of what I am when it comes to AEW. Am I excited? Yes. Am I gonna fucking tear the fucking, am I gonna lose my complete shit waiting for this shit? No, not gonna do it. Why? Because I'm going in with every show. If you know me, I go in with no expectations. I go in there expecting to be entertained. If I'm entertained, you'll know it. Was I entertained the last couple of days? Yes. Was I entertained by Money in the Bank? At times, it pissed me off. I thought it was a really crappy show, but if I was entertained, whether it be shitty entertainment, yeah, it was entertained. That's the way I look at it anymore. I done fucking giving myself fucking aneurysm over something that I have no control over anymore. I just don't care. Because you're just not going to elicit a response out of me. Where you will elicit the response out of me is saying just stupid shit.
And that we're not going to get away from.
No.
That's a given. That's a given.
There are certain people today that were saying stupid shit. But yeah, Bobbitt, seriously stop. That's annoying. But anyway, go ahead. What news is out there? I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm being negative Nancy towards AEW. I'm not. I'm being negative Nancy towards people. I'm not. I just hate it when people shit on something that they probably don't know nothing about. I don't even fucking know. That's why I don't shit on it anymore. Why does WWE do what they do? I don't know. I'm done trying to figure out why they do what they do. If you're not entertained, then don't watch it. That's fine.
Speaking of,
That's fine. Don't watch. You don't have to. Nobody's making you. It's a free fucking country. You can do whatever the fuck you want. But don't tell me, and this is where it's really pissing me off. I've had people do this, and it's nobody that I know. But I've had people tell me this. Well, you should get on the fucking bandwagon. I should get in my car and come and beat the fuck out of you is what I should do. Because now you're telling me what I should and shouldn't like. You can straight fuck off with that shit. You ain't gonna come at me and tell me that I need to like it. I will sit back and I will watch it. If I enjoy it, I will enjoy it. I'm going into this like I do any other fucking wrestling event. I'm going to critique the fuck out of it. Going to. You know I will, because I'm a very hard grader when it comes to wrestling. I've been watching this shit for many, many fucking years. I'm talking too much. Everybody's like, God, JP, shut the fuck up. I know.
Yes, we are.
Speaking of AEW, it came out today that former WWF superstar Dean Malenko is now officially part of AEW.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna talk about that too. Whatever. He's a coach. What is it with these coaches things? I don't. What are they? Trainers? Or are they coaches? Are they gonna have teams in AEW? See, that's what I don't understand. They say coaches. He's a senior producer, and the senior producer. You know why WWE let Dean Malenko go? He's a terrible producer. What do you want me to say? It wasn't one of Triple H didn't care for him, so that tells you a lot. Moving on.
Ruby
I'm trying to
Riott
think if
had
there's any
successful
news.
surgery.
What?
I had asked that question Monday. Where was Ruby Riott? Apparently, she had surgery.
Yep.
That was
That's why
successful.
she's out.
Yep.
She had what rotator cuff surgery.
Rotator cuff surgery.
She's gonna be out for a while. You don't recover from that shit. That's Sami Zayn. That's Sami Zayn territory of recovery there. What else, Bobbit? There's something else out there. I put something in the chat today about AEW, and it's gonna sound like I'm shitting on AEW. I'm going to say it. I'm not a fan of these analytics things that they're doing. Not gonna buy into it because that will turn me off. That will turn me off from AEW quicker than shit.
And this is where I'm gonna pipe in with. Yes, you can do analytics all you want for a company. However, keep it at the company base, not at the competition level, because of the fact that your competition is sports entertainment. Your outcomes for every single one of your matches are predetermined. So therefore, every single bit of analytics you have is predetermined.
Essentially, yes. I agree. I can't disagree with that. I know we were kind of talking about that.
I will say this.
What?
I hope fucking Glacier wins tomorrow.
You know,
Go Glacier.
He's not winning. If he wins, that just proves to me that this company doesn't know what they're doing. I'm telling you right now, if Glacier...
What's going to prove to me is AEW is going to be #1.
If Glacier wins, then that just tells me this company does not know what they're doing.
Glacier Hall of Fame.
You're weird.
Well, Bobby, you keep thinking that way. We'll still accept you back in the fold.
Yeah, we will.
I gave Trex some information, so I know he has something.
Oh, yeah. You're feeding him lines and shit. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Trek, since you can't.
Okay, so this is about Aleister Black and going to Saudi Arabia and stuff. This is what Ronnie told me.
Oh, yeah, I want to talk about this. Go ahead.
Saudi looks at full body tattoos such as what he has as self-injury. He could go if he wore something like what the Undercover wears. Undertaker wears to cover them.
Mm-hmm. Is that it?
Yeah,
Is that it?
Yeah, with talking about that yesterday, because we were asking, like, okay, we got Randy Orton, you got Corey Graves. So I just went to just do a little bit of research last night, and just how Aleister is covered is what Wrestling Inc. did put out there. It is due to his tattoos,
Right.
but he could wrestle if
he chooses not to, which is
Right.
Which is understandable. It's his choice.
Well,
look,
and his way too is the tattoos are an expression of him.
yes,
so-
they are. Here's the
Right.
here's the thing. It may be an expression of Aleister Black, but this is what's funny to me. Muhammad Hassan, remember him?
Yeah.
Yep.
He was Arab. He's Arab American, and he's the one that they had to kibosh the whole storyline with him because of what happened in London with the Undertaker. Remember that? Remember that?
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about. He had tattoos, so he is not a Muslim. He is a Christian. Because if you are Islam, you are not allowed to have tattoos. They do not believe in tattoos. If you show your tattoos, you are the devil. That is why, and it doesn't, you could say, I love Arabs, I love your country, or whatever, you are the devil. Seriously.
That's how it is.
When we were overseas, and I had friends that could not get out of their vehicle and interact with the people because they had tattoos. And they were like, why? It's because their culture believes that you are the devil, or you are Satan, or whoever the fuck is their devil. It's one of those things. And it's self-injury, I think, is one of the things. You just said it.
Yeah.
They do not believe in tattoos. They fear. That is why the Undertaker, when he is there, he is covered. Randy Orton he's got tattoos all over himself. He probably will not take off. He'll probably wear a long sleeve shirt throughout the whole match. Because he has tattoos all over his back and shit. That's just the way they are. Women, I wouldn't want women wrestling over in Saudi Arabia because they die of heat exhaustion.
Yeah.
They gotta cover their faces. They have to cover their entire body. It's just the way, that's their culture. We can't change that. And then people are like, well, they need to stop going over there. Well, are you gonna pay their $10 million or $100 million every time they go over there? Then shut the fuck up. End of discussion. Because if the WWE was to back out of that, we wouldn't have pyro at WrestleMania. You WWE fans, you wouldn't have pyro at WrestleMania. You wouldn't be able to afford to keep Roman Reigns. Because he would essentially leave because they couldn't pay him. Why? And this whole thing with WWE losing money if AEW starts, WWE ain't gonna lose money. They have more outlets than wrestling, and their stock is climbing.
Yes, it
It's
is. And I
growing.
can attest to that.
They're not going anywhere. They're not gonna lose money. They can give you shitty product, but they make money in other avenues. They're a t-shirt company. Heard that all fucking day. Both companies are t-shirt companies. How in the fuck do you think they make their revenue? Yes, we get it, Bobbitt. Go Glacier. That's how they make. That's part of the revenue. I mean, good goddamn. Do you know that's another reason why WCW fails, because they didn't have that type of revenue coming in. So, yeah. But the whole tattoo thing.
Same thing with Jewish people.
What in the hell? What? Oh yeah, you can't.
Jewish
And
people cannot
and the
get
whole
tattoos.
Sami Zayn thing, he can't go over there because he's Syrian. If that country has a conflict with that person and they find out that he's Syrian,
He's a dead
they're
person.
doing it for his protection. Not because they don't want him there. It's because of the people. That, not the government. The government could give a shit. Because and at the end of the day, they know they're American, but they aren't gonna fucking hold. It's just one of those things. It's
Well, and then of course on Twitter you've got Paul Heyman going over there with Brock Lesnar. Well, if the Prince wants Brock Lesnar, they're a package deal.
that is
So
true.
they're going to conform some way, somehow, to get Brock Lesnar there. And if it means Paul Heyman
he was-
attends
He was
and
there.
comes with,
He was there last year.
yes.
Mhm.
What they don't know won't kill them. That's all I'm saying. If that makes sense. But Sami Zayn is vocal about his people or
Yes.
his heritage.
Yeah.
So he can't. They're doing it to protect him. The government don't give a shit. They're doing it to protect him. I'm pretty sure the Prince would love to see Sami Zayn wrestle. But he's been so vocal about his heritage that
He can't go over there without
he
dying.
wouldn't. Well, it's not that he would. It's not that they don't want to take that risk. So yeah. So what else is out there? Got any other news there, Trek?
Just that I guess Gargano has a knee injury now.
Again?
Yeah, he's dealing with it. It's a short knee. They think he'll still be able to wrestle Cole at 25th anniversary, whatever it's called, the 25th one. But they
Yeah,
said after
NXT's been around for
that, it's
25
unknown.
years, Trek.
Well, 25th anniversary event. I mean, the 25th event.
It's not the 25th anniversary.
It's the 25th.
It's the
takeover.
25th
25th
Yeah.
takeover. Yeah.
anniversary is a year.
I know somebody who could take his spot and who doesn't have a knee injury currently.
Who's that, Bob?
Gilbert.
Really? You did not. Okay.
I
Mhm.
I felt it coming. You're such a dumbass. I love you, Bob. I don't know why I put up your stupid shit. Fucking daily basis. What else is out there besides the predictions?
That's all I've heard.
Yeah, I mean, mine's been pretty much just everything driven towards AEW and
Yeah.
the backlash from Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I was gonna say something that has to do with both AEW and WWE fans, both of them. You two factions, and I'm calling you factions, are ruining wrestling. They're ruining it. Why? Because you're ultimately ruining everybody's fun. You're taking you're making me not give two fucking shits about wrestling, period. Everybody that sits there and bitches about fucking, well, AEW's a fucking t-shirt company. I don't give a shit if, to be honest with you, do you know who fucking started that? It was AEW. I guess this t-shirt company, okay. So now everybody's thinking, that WWE fans, of course WWE fans are going to fucking talk shit. I mean, goddamn, they've been fucking WWE fans for years. I'm a fan. This is why I'm not a fan of a particular wrestler. Because Roman Reigns fans do not give two fucking shits about what Kenny Omega does or where Kenny Omega is. They don't. They do not care. They're focused on one thing, and that is fucking Roman Reigns. You see it on Twitter. I mean, you should see this one person on there. I mean, my God, this person is like, oh, fucking Seth Rollins is the first to do this. Bullshit. Oh, shut the fuck up. I mean, be a fan of wrestling, not a fan of a certain wrestler. Be a fan of that certain wrestler, but don't be mad if they aren't the champ. We talked about this earlier. Don't be a fan of just one certain wrestler. Be a fan of it all. That's the only way you're ever going to fucking understand and be happy and enjoy wrestling. WWE's been screwing up. WWE's been giving us a shitty product. Am I a fan of the 24/7 belt? Fuck no, I'm not. I'm really not. Is it entertaining? Yes. You want to know why? Because the wrestlers are acting like a bunch of fucking idiots. But they're being fucking entertaining while they're fucking doing it.
And not to mention, wrestlers we haven't seen on TV in a few months are now getting on TV.
I mean, there's a big difference in me being excited about a belt and the wrestlers actually being involved. Because the 24/7 belt is a horrible idea. I'm sorry. It is a horrible idea. I will say this, though. It has been entertaining. Now, the reason why I say it's a horrible idea, and I've talked about it, I don't know if I've said it on air, but I will say this, it's going to fade away. It is going to fade out. I give it probably,
3 months.
I wouldn't even give it 3 months. I'd give it 2.5 months, and that title will, it'll lose its newness because the retention of fans. That's another thing that is wrong with wrestling. The retention of fans is so bad that and it's because they're fans of a wrestler. They aren't fans of wrestling. They're fans of a wrestler. So again, Roman Reigns. When Roman Reigns is done wrestling and he's not involved, people are looking at their phones doing this. And then they hear Roman Reigns, they look up. And then they're invested. But then once Roman Reigns goes off TV, they're looking back down at their fucking phones, tweeting about how fucking hot Roman Reigns is and how he deserves to be champion and how his fucking hair looks like fucking he just got out of a pool and how I wonder what he looks like naked. I mean, Heather's probably thinking that while she's watching, but that's what fans of wrestlers do. When their wrestler comes on, they look up. When he's not on, they're looking at their phones. Or they'll turn it off and turn on a video game. Am I right or am I wrong? I don't
I mean, you're right, because I do this.
Prime example,
See,
Bobbin.
well, I'm such a huge fan of Alexa Bliss. What?
I didn't say a fucking word. Just keep talking.
I just want to know how you know what I'm tweeting about when Roman Reigns comes on.
All I know is,
Because it's
how does
so
he know what I
accurate.
tweet every time I see Alexa?
But do you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? I mean, am I wrong in that assumption? I mean, I might be assuming, but I think it's a pretty good analysis because I've seen my niece do it all the time. She'll see Jeff Hardy come on TV, and as soon as Jeff Hardy is done wrestling, she looks back down at her phone.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I do the same thing with Kyrie Sane and Oscar.
No, you just turn off your fucking camera.
And well, yes, but I also do it for Alexa Bliss too because she's the best women's competitor that's ever existed.
Bobbitt, shut up. Why do you say dumb shit like that?
Nah, it's not Tuesday.
You just don't want to see me when Adam Cole comes on. I'm like a little dog when you hear the rustling of the dog treats and the dog comes bolting through. As soon as Adam Cole's music hits or I hear his voice, I'm right at the TV.
So, but that's pretty much, I mean, that's pretty much all I'm getting sick and tired of. It sounds like I'm hating on AEW. I'm not. I'm as excited as the next person. And it's just, can we just enjoy it all? I want to enjoy it all, but when I see people fucking tweeting shit, and it's just, come on. I mean,
Well, we'll have a clearer picture in the next 24 to 48 hours.
Right, but what's gonna be funny to me is the first time AEW does something and it looks exactly like WWE, and everybody's gonna be like, "That was the greatest thing I've ever seen." I'm gonna fucking flip my shit because I know it's coming. I know it's coming. That was a great match. Well, Seth Rollins and AJ Styles just had the exact same fucking match, fucking at Money in the Bank. But that was bad. Even though it wasn't bad, that match was really good. And anybody that said that it wasn't is a fool. Or they do something to the effect of, what was a match on Money in the Bank that was okay, but it really wasn't something to shout at or it got shit on? I want to give an example.
There were a few actually.
I'm trying to think.
Becky versus Lacey.
No, because that wasn't a bad match. It was a decent women's match. It wasn't the best women's match I've seen.
KO versus Kofi.
Okay, no, because that was a decent match. See, that's the thing. The matches, I didn't like the booking decisions. A lot of the booking decisions that they made Money in the Bank, I didn't care for.
What about like at the end of the Charlotte match with the cash in, how that was portrayed?
Well, they just didn't want to fucking tell a story. That was just lazy creative there. I didn't mind it, but it was lazy creatively. I can't compare that because I don't know if AEW is going to do something like that. Roman Reigns and Elias. I'm waiting for the very first time that they do something like that, where they have a match like Roman Reigns and Elias. Or how about Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania? How about, I'll use that example. Everybody thought that match was complete shit. But yet, let's say that AEW comes out and they fucking have Hangman Page and Pac, or Hangman Page and Kenny Omega do a match like exactly the same way that they did, and everybody says,
Wendy lady.
Everybody says that was the greatest match they have ever fucking seen. I'm gonna literally call fucking bullshit. Because they did the exact same thing that fucking Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre did, but that wasn't a good match. Was it just because it was fucking Roman Reigns? See, that's where this is all stemming from. People hate fucking WWE because they're pushing. People hate WWE because they're pushing the same people. Well, here's the thing, and I hate to say this, they don't trust anybody else, and I don't fucking blame them. Because who is there? Who out there on that roster, besides in-ring talent, can actually go out and cut a promo on a mic? Besides the six or seven people that they have at the top of the roster. Nobody. I don't... Bobbitt's falling asleep. I don't care if you think that... I'm trying to think of somebody that comes out. Ali. He comes out and puts on a great match. But I don't think he's that great of a talker. I'm not saying he's bad, but I don't think he's that great. I don't think he's championship material. His wrestling ability, it may be. I mean, I personally don't like his wrestling style because it's high-flying, flippy shit. He's a spot guy. But that's just me. People have got to stop comparing shit. Because if you compare... And I can guarantee it, I can trigger somebody, and then I can call bullshit on their crap. And y'all know who I'm fucking talking about, too. Because they'll specifically say, no, that was a great match. And somebody will come at that guy, and he'll say, well, that match had Roman Reigns in it. Oh, but yet and that's where I call bullshit on people. Just because somebody's in the match, that makes it not good. Mm-hmm. That's bullshit. That's bullshit in my fucking opinion. That is complete and utter bullshit. The reason that they're saying that is just because they don't like that certain person. That certain character. That's the only reason they're saying it. I call bullshit. Roman Reigns is a great in-ring worker. I wish he was a little better and he had a little more charisma. Roman Reigns reminds me of Bret Hart. Great in the ring, but my God, that guy was like, what is the word you used yesterday? Monotone. Oh, but that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. Yeah. Anybody got anything else? I'm sorry. I'm talking a lot. I just irritated by a lot of stuff. It's like I get out my frustrations.
No.
I try not to hog all the spotlight here. You guys can talk. I'm gonna look up something real quick.
I don't think there is anything else.
Well, by God, I think I just pissed everybody off.
No, I don't think you pissed anybody off. That's on the show.
No, it's just there's nothing else to talk about.
Okay.
As far as news. Anyway.
I mean, I could tell you how Nia Jax looks, but that's not entertaining to anybody.
So AEW has their, and I know it's Wikipedia, but Double or Nothing, which is tomorrow night. Guess who they have as the main event?
Glacier?
No, that's the first match of the night.
Oh.
Omega and Jericho.
Yep,
So Wrestle Kingdom.
it's Wrestle Kingdom 13 or 12. What? Yeah, just give me a second, everybody. So with that being said, we're going to move on, and we're going to actually go through our predictions for this show. Everybody ready?
Yep.
Now, a lot of these guys I don't know anything about. So we will go from there. I'm not going to write this down because
We're not going to be We're not going to be streaming it anyways.
yeah, we're not going to be streaming it. I'm not streaming the show. I just have no desire to. Too tired. So the first match that they have here is SoCal Uncensored. If you don't know who SoCal Uncensored is, it is Christopher Daniels, Frankie Kazarian, and Scorpio Sky. So the Over the Hill guys, because they're all like 40-some fucking years old, versus the Strong Hearts. Now, that being said, Christopher Daniels isn't bad.
Yeah,
He's pretty good. So is Frankie Kazarian. Scorpio Sky, jury's out. Versus the Strong Hearts. Now, these are the guys from OWE. Seema, T-Hawk, and El Lindaman. Whatever. With this one,
I'm going with the veterans.
I'm going with SoCal Uncensored. Now, watch how I'm doing this, because it's ultimately SoCal Uncensored. Christopher Daniels is I think he's an executive vice president, if I remember correctly.
Of AEW, I believe you're correct.
Ronnie, who you going with?
I'm going with SCU.
Now, I've never seen Strong Hearts, so I really can't. I wouldn't be surprised if they won, but we'll see. Trek?
I'm going to SCU.
Bobbit?
SCU!
Yeah. Next match, Britt Baker versus Nyla Rose versus Kylie Ray. Oh, I do want to mention this, and this was said today. It was all over fucking Twitter. AEW, Cody Rhodes did a pot shot at Bayley today. Okay. And now WWE fan. Do I think it was necessary? No. Because it does make me think and wonder, like, really? Why if he's not trying to compete with WWE, or if he's not throwing pot shots at both of them do it. Fucking WWE does it too. Yep. Both need to stop acting like immature kids.
Yeah, they do.
Both fucking sides. Both because they're making themselves look like fucking idiots. Because Cody got the groans today when he did it. Which he's wrong, and he did come out and he said because they picked on the tube man, but she is a really good wrestler. It's like, okay, Cody, you're digging yourself a hole. Just stop, because you're turning people off when you do that shit. Just do your thing and move on. You're an executive. You're not a well, he is wrestling in this, but when it comes to, he needs to learn how to, and I will say this with Cody right now, he needs to learn how to separate wrestler and executive like really fast. That's just me though. But anyway, back to this. I don't know if anybody has any input on that. Because and Kylie Ray considers Bayley her idol.
I was just gonna say one of his own wrestlers considers her an idol, so he just sat there and slammed one of his own wrestlers with that.
Yeah, and that's that's unneeded and unwarranted in wrestling, in my opinion. Because if you're not going to talk shit about another promotion, then don't say anything at all. That's just me though. Ronnie, do you have anything that you wanted to add on? I just wanted to put that out there. I heard that today.
No, I mean, I agree with you. I mean, you got essentially, I mean, you've got personal and professional, and you need to learn how to separate it.
Agreed.
And yes, it's not just AEW taking the pot shots. WWE has done it against Impact. They've done it against Ring of Honor. They're doing it. They did it at the Hall of Fame with AEW. So,
Yep.
yeah, I mean, it's high schoolish.
Yep. Well, and again, with the at the Hall of Fame, Billy Gunn was there.
Exactly. That was a shot personally at Billy Gunn.
Yeah. But it was because he was going to that t-shirt company or whatever the fuck he said. I don't know. I didn't watch it, so I don't know.
All he said was thanks for being here and thanks for being all in.
Oh yeah. Well,
that's all he said.
Well, I mean, whatever. But back to the matches. Britt Baker versus Nyla Rose versus Kylie Ray. Bobbitt?
I'm going with Dr. Britt Baker DDS.
Okay. Trek?
Yeah, I'm going with Britt Baker.
Ronnie?
Same. I'm stuck with Britt.
This is where that agenda bullshit comes in. You watch. Nyla Rose is going to win. This is where that agenda thing that I talked about, the SJW agenda thing, is going to come into play here. Because people are going to be, there's going to be them transgenders. They're going to be like, oh my God, first champion, we got a chance. And then if they don't do it, guess what? You're going to lose the transgender fans, because then they're going to be like, oh, it's just typical wrestling. So, I mean, that if you want to capture fans, that's how you do it right there. Do I agree with it? No, because I think Britt Baker should win it, but because she is the future of their company. But they'll probably go with Nyla Rose. That's just the way I see it. The next match one of the matches, I mean, I could care less about. I'll probably go do something else while the match is going on. Is Cody Rhodes versus Dustin Rhodes. I'm going to go with, I think Dustin's going to win. I think Dustin's going to beat his brother. And there's a reason why. It's the reason being is you're never going to get rid of an era. Never. And that's what he wants to do, and it's never going to happen. Bobbitt?
I'm going to go Cody.
Okay. Trek?
I think it's Dustin.
Okay. Ronnie?
I'm going with Dustin because I think this is just going to be the one and done with him. I don't think he's going to continue, and I think this is how he's going to go out.
Right. And I want everybody to understand, that's, from what my gathering, that's the story that they're telling. But you can't kill an era.
No,
you can't. It's always going to fucking be there. And that's what Cody said. He said, I want to kill his era. You're never going to do it. That's why I ultimately think Dustin's going to win.
Well, and then the other thing out there that they say, oh, well, Cody's never going to lose as long as he's in charge of the company.
That's not true.
Right, and that's the thing. I mean, if that's the way that they're going to book this stuff, then
Why even do it?
Exactly.
right, it's going
Why?
to be so
Why?
difficult.
Why?
You're gonna
Why?
become WWE really fast and push off all of your talent.
Why don't Cody Rhodes, the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, and a few of the others that are executives within the company why doesn't Being the Elite just have their own little backyard wrestling?
Because they would have to
well,
decide between.
No, that's what I'm saying. If they continue to book themselves in matches like this, then they need to not bring in this talent, because the talent that they're bringing in is young talent that is impressionable, and they can build on that talent. But if they essentially keep going over that talent's going to want to fucking not be there, because they're never going to go anywhere. They may get there. They may face a Kenny Omega at Double or Nothing next year, but they aren't going to beat Kenny Omega, so why stay?
Right.
So I hope they can't all win. The 21-man battle royal. I'm not even gonna pick this because I don't even know half the people in it. I'm going with Sean Spears.
Christ, kid, stop.
I think
I got MJF.
Ty Dillinger. That's who Sean Spears is. I think he's the big name in that. I haven't seen a big name. I mean, Billy Gunn's in it, but I don't see him winning.
No, he's there purely to have the pop. That's it.
Brian Pillman Jr.'s in there. Jimmy Havoc, Michael Nakazawa, Jungle Boy, that's Jack Perry, Isaiah Cassidy, Mark Ken, Luchasaurus. The fuck is that guy? Sean Spears, Sonny Kiss. Well, they might go with Sonny Kiss because, again, there's that agenda. Brandon Cutler, Ace Romero, Glacier, Brian Pillman, Sunny Days, MJF, Joey Janela, Dustin Thomas, Billy Gunn, Jimmy Havoc, Michael Kazawa, Jungle Boy, Isaiah Cassidy, Mark Ken, Luchasaurus, Sean Spears, and 4 more people to be announced. But I'm going with Sean Spears / Ty Dillinger. You're going with Joey Janela or MJF?
MJF is who I'm going with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bobbitt?
Glacier.
You want to ruin the company. You want to ruin the company right off the bat, don't you? You just want to bury AEW before it even gets off the ground, don't you? Then you don't want
Make it even better.
No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. Whatever, Bobbitt. I'm done talking to you. Trek?
I would love to go with Jungle Boy just to say that they could give an emotional win for his dad.
Who cares?
And if it wasn't for the title, I would. If it wasn't for a title opportunity, I would. Because it wasn't supposed to be just
even if, really, if that's the case, then Sonny Kiss should win because he'd be for the first.
Transgender.
No, he's not transgender. He's the, you know what I mean.
Might as well be.
Sunny Days is another one. I think he's another one of those. I don't know if he's transgender.
He's not transgender. He's just
openly a floozy.
I guess you would call it that.
Whatever. I mean, if you're gonna go that route, that's the route you need to go. That's just me, though. I'm going with the stronger opponent because I think, honestly, Ty Dillinger can give Kenny Omega a hell of a match. But that's just me. But if are you gonna go with? Are you gonna go? Who are you going with?
I'll go with Brian Pillman Jr. because he's damn good.
I don't know. I've never seen him wrestle, so I don't know.
He's a lot like his dad.
Okay. So he's a psychopath?
No, when he was Flying Brian.
I didn't like Flying Brian.
That's your choice. I'm just saying.
Well, I probably won't like him then. Next match on the list is the Young Bucks versus the Lucha Brothers. Oh, I'm sorry, Heather. I thought you said. Go ahead. You were gonna go, and then I go ahead.
Well, to go back a match because I didn't give my
I'm sorry. I got excited. Go ahead.
I'm going with Dustin,
Smart move.
and I agree with you on Ty Dillinger.
Sean Spears.
He's gonna forever be Ty Dillinger for me.
It's what's in a name. I get it. I think Sean Spears is better than Ty Dillinger. I don't know why WWE.
I don't think it was WWE. I think it was him, actually.
Whatever. Idiots. Next match: Young Bucks versus the Lucha Brothers. Trek.
Young Bucks.
You are about fucking all the fucking executive vice presidents going on, aren't you? Ronnie,
I'm going Lucha Brothers.
you think so?
Yeah, I mean, just watching them when they were in Impact and that, I mean, I know it's going to be a good match, but I think the Young Bucks are going to allow them to go over on this one.
Bobbit.
Lucha Brothers.
That's only Pentagon does that. Just throwing that out there. I am with Trek on this one. I am going with the Young Bucks. They can't lose every match. I don't care for the Lucha Brothers anyway. I mean, Pentagon is okay. He's decent. He's really good. But Phoenix is not one of my favorites. I'm not a fan of the Young Bucks because I said it today. Everybody loves this super kick thing that they do. And I'm going to say this. All they're doing is sweet chin music at the same time. That's it. That's all it is. It's super kick. There's nothing special about it. I'm going to make a prediction in this match, though, and it's really going to piss me off. How much do you want to bet me? And I will drink. I won't say I'll drink an entire bottle.
No, you better not.
I will chug an entire drink if they. No, I'm not going to do that either. I am gonna say this though. I think they're gonna do that fucking drop kick in the middle of the fucking ring where they don't kick nothing because they've done it before. Really, Bobbit?
What? I had a fart.
No, you didn't. That was the noise you made. Next match, I don't know anything about these two. Kip Sabian versus Sammy Guevara.
Never heard of them.
Yeah, I've got Kip, but he's the only one I knew of. I didn't know of Sammy.
Yeah, I'm just gonna I'm gonna flip a coin on that one. Flip.
I'm gonna follow Ronnie and go with Kip.
I'm gonna go with Kip Sabian because it looks like Sammy Guevara is one of those flippy guys. Fuck them. Fuck flippy guys. Next match. Oh, never mind. Go ahead. Who's next?
Track.
I go with Kip.
Bobbit.
I'm gonna go with Sammy.
Whatever. Do what you gotta do, man. Next match is Aja Kong versus Yuka Sakazaki versus Emi Sakura versus Hikaru Shida, Riho Abe, and Ryo Mizunami.
I'm just gonna say this and go with Aja Kong because she could fart in the direction of each and every one of those little toothpicks and destroy them.
Yeah, but fuck Aja Kong. She's 60.
I don't care.
Bobbit.
This is really hard for me because they're all beautiful.
Oh my God, Bobbit. Bobbit, pull up a picture of Aja Kong.
I know. I'm looking at it right now. I would still fuck it. Okay.
That's his
I'm gonna go
Oriental
with
sugar mom.
Shida.
Yes, he did say that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Shida, Rio, and Rhino or Riho or whatever the fuck you pronounce her name.
Well, it's basically you want to look at it like Rio de Janeiro, there, Bobbin, not like Rio.
It's Ryo.
He's at Rio. You can't Rio somebody.
Oh, Riho. No, it's Riho Abe. Trek.
But yeah, they're all.
I'm not even gonna fucking
Don't,
talk. I'm
don't
not even
bother.
gonna.
Don't
I'm
bother.
not even gonna talk to you anymore.
You're not gonna take
Trek.
this one.
I have no idea either. I was gonna go with Shida, Abe, and Mitsunami.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I need
Ronnie.
Yeah, I'm going with the Sheeta team. I just think because everybody's going to expect Kong because of
Who she is.
who she is, and I think they're going to give it to the younger youth ones.
I agree. I'm going with Shida, Abe, and Mizunami. And the next match, a match I probably gonna pee during again. Is Best friends Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta versus Angelico and Jack Evans. Best friends for me. I've seen them. They're nothing great.
They're
They're
gonna
good. They're good, but
Looking at their gimmick and what it is, it reminds me of Too Sexy when they were too much.
I'm going with best friends because yeah, I'm gonna go with the best friends because they're actually a tag team. They gotta establish their tag teams. Bobbit.
I'm thinking this.
I'm gonna go with best friends.
Okay. Trek.
Yep, same here. They need to get tag teams going.
Ronnie.
No, I'm going to go with Angelico and Evans. I can see them taking the best friends and turning them into a Chuck and Billy gimmick.
That would be a mistake.
I know, but that's what I
them
can
going
see
with
them
Team
doing.
Cool.
I said it'd be a mistake. Because if you're gonna start doing, because that's essentially what WWE does. You're gonna make fun of your tag team division. I hope they don't do it. I mean, I can see it, but then I can say I told you so.
With the personalities they're getting, I can see them going the old route of over the top gimmick when it's not needed.
I'm not saying that they won't. I'm saying it's a mistake if they do.
That's what I'm saying too.
And the final match.
Thank God.
I know, right? Now keep in mind that it was put out that Adam Hangman Page, and it's not on here, is not taking on Pac because Pac pulled out, and essentially I think Page is hurt. I've heard that he's injured. Chris Jericho versus Kenny Omega, which is the match we're going to go over now. The winner of that one will take on the winner of the 21-man Casino Battle Royal. It's not called an Over the Budget Battle Royal anymore.
Well, they're calling it now makes a little bit more sense.
Yes. The winner of that match will take on the winner of Kenny Omega versus Chris Jericho. Honestly, I think that they should have whoever wins between Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega should be the champion. And then at the next pay-per-view or whenever, I would ultimately have them, when they first open up their first show, have that match. Wendy.
She wants a bottle. That's the problem. That's why I'm just like.
Whoever wins that match takes on the winner. Stop.
She's hungry.
Well, then give her here.
Oh, she's.
And you got to remember, too, we got 4 entrants for that Battle Royal that are yet to be named. So whether they
Right.
do that prior to the event or whether they're just going to do it as surprise entrants.
Right.
I mean, that could throw a wrench into everybody's picks, too.
That's true. Like I said, we're not keeping track of this stuff, so
Yeah.
we're just doing this for fun. Yeah. So, like I said, the winner of the Battle Royal takes on the winner of Chris Jericho versus Kenny Omega. Honestly, I think the winner of Chris Jericho versus Kenny Omega should be the champion. They should have had like a fucking tournament or something to that effect, like the King of the Ring, to determine their champion. That's what they should. That's another thing they could have and should have done. Why they're not, I don't know. I'm not there. Moving on. They're also doing this pay-per-view with no storylines. You can say Being the Elite. I actually tried watching Being the Elite, and I can't do it. They do not entertain me. They don't. They don't. Kenny Omega can't act. Cody Rhodes, he's all right, but he's not great. And the Young Bucks, I just find them not entertaining. I really don't. Sorry. Call me a hater. Now that being said, they may be great bookers, but as far as acting, they all have a lot of work to do. That's all I'm saying. But the last match of the night, and it looks like it's the main event, at least that's what everybody's saying, is Kenny Omega versus Chris Jericho. Heather,
Gonna be Omega.
you're gonna go Omega?
Yeah.
Bobbit?
The ultimate dream match of all time. Glacier Omega for the championship. Fucking A. I will pay $100 to see that match.
I mean, what are you smoking? Because I really want some.
That would be the dream match of all dream matches. Everybody says, oh, everybody wants Taker versus Sting as their dream match. Nuh-uh. No. Glacier Omega.
So on that note, I'm never doing this show again.
The cleaner runs cold.
So who wins? So you think Kenny Omega wins? You're an idiot. All right. I would believe Glacier versus Chris Jericho, but no, that's not happening. Come on, Wendy, stop. Trek,
I'm going with Omega.
Ronnie?
Yep, he's my Jimmy Johnson of the wrestling world. I'm going with Omega.
I'm going against the grain. I think Chris Jericho is going to win. You want to know why? Everybody says that I don't pay attention, but I can read between the lines. They're telling a story with Chris Jericho and Cody Rhodes. I think Chris Jericho is going to win, and Cody Rhodes.
It's gonna have to be right away then, because there's
Of
not
course.
much time before Chris Jericho's gonna start getting ready for his cruise again.
Whatever.
Well, they could be, and then July when they do that Fight for the Fallen in Jacksonville, they could do that.
Whatever.
And Jericho still has matches with New Japan.
It's to be
Yeah.
determined. They aren't doing it. They might not do it till later on down the road.
They might do it for the first show on TNT.
That's what I just said. God damn it. Nobody listens to me.
So they're gonna have their world champion not be at the next pay-per-view.
Their
At the
next
charity
isn't their next pay-per-view the charity event though?
Yeah, it's that July
That's
event.
essentially what it should be. Is just a fucking charity event. They don't even put the title on the line. It's essentially, it should be an exhibition.
But the thing of it is too, and we said this earlier, are you going to put these executive vice president type talent in these matches and let everybody else
Well, at
kind
the
of
beginning,
linger out there? I mean, if you're going to push this other talent, then not put Cody and Jericho in that title contention picture.
Oh, not to mention Jericho's
but
mentioned.
it's either going to be Chris Jericho or Kenny Omega.
Right, you're
I'm
getting
just
that
going-
now.
I'm just
But-
going with the obvious storyline here.
Yeah, but you also have to
Right,
remember
and you're
Jericho
saying
said
they're
he's
telling the story with Jericho and Cody.
I know.
So then they're gonna
No,
throw in
No, who said he was part-time?
He did. He himself.
That doesn't mean he can't be fucking champion.
So go right to the trap of WWE. Got it.
But it tells their story. Because they're ultimately, it makes sense to me, goddammit. It gives them something to fight over other than Chris Jericho going around saying, I'm the reason why you're even on the map. I mean, you can tell that story, but putting the title on Jericho, that just gives him more of a fucking reason to say what he's got to say. That's what I would do. And I think Chris Jericho would show up for dates for that. He's signed. Because it's on a yearly contract. If they want him to show up, he'll show up. I really think he would. Because it's an upstart, and it's new. And it would make sense to me. It would tell a great story. You want to start off with a banger of a story? There it is. Tell that story. Because they're telling it on what is it? American Nightmare?
Yeah.
Channel?
Yes.
The Road to Double or Nothing or whatever. I love what they're doing with that. That would be a great story. That's just me though. But I can see, I know what everybody's saying, but really your top talent are the executive presidents and all that shit. That's the problem. There's really nobody on this roster that I can believe being a champion, except for like a Cody Rhodes or...
Glacier.
No, Bob, I don't think Glacier is ever... Glacier's probably going to be the first one fucking eliminated. Do you know why they brought Glacier in? Because he's probably going to have a great entrance. That's it. If Glacier was going to go into the Hall of Fame...
Because
if Glacier was going to go into the Hall of Fame, it would be... Only reason that he would go in is based on his entrance. Because he had a pretty cool entrance. That's it. Guy can't fucking wrestle for shit. Ask Eric Bischoff. Bischoff couldn't even fucking stand.
I don't have
Chris
to ask
Kanyon.
Eric Bischoff. I've
Chris-
seen it.
Chris Kanyon, probably one of the greatest workers in the business today, couldn't work with the guy. Ric Flair couldn't work with the guy. What does that tell you? The guy is shit.
No.
So blind when it comes to talent evaluation. Blind. But that's fine.
I'm just Glacier.
You are weird. But anyway, that's the card. That's what we've got. I will be watching it, and I may be tweeting out about it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm just not
Overly excited. For it.
I'm not. Yes, I don't get excited for anything.
Right.
There's nothing to get excited for. Now, I was excited for my daughter to be born because I wasn't there for the birth of my first daughter, and I was overly excited. That is something to get excited about.
That's reality, JP.
I get that, but
That is putting the social media aspect out of your life. That is family. That is reality. That is groundedness. That's making you humble.
Exactly. I'm just not gonna go out of my way. I'm not gonna climb the fucking walls waiting for the show to come on. Now, in the middle of the show, if something exciting happens, I'm all for it. You'll see. I will let you know how excited I am. Probably be the same reaction you're getting now, but no, I really don't get overly excited for anything. I really don't. With that being said, anybody else got anything? Bob, don't cry.
Yes. Let's get hashtag Glacier versus Omega trending on Twitter.
How about not? I mean, I get hashtag Glacier versus Dumpster Fire a lot faster trending than Glacier versus
Yeah.
Omega.
He's not a dumpster fire.
Oh, he is a dumpster fire. I'm telling you. Thank God he's in the fucking.
No.
Thank God he's in the ring with 20 other fucking people where he can actually fucking hide what he knows how to do.
I was gonna say, Bob, but they'll be trending. We want a refund.
What are you gonna do if Glacier don't win,
Hey,
Bob?
I think Glacier's champion is going to be good. It's going to be good for the company.
That's what's
Tweet
best for
that to
business.
Cody and see what happens.
Cody will block your ass in 30 seconds.
I was gonna say.
I'm going to tweet that to him right now.
Good luck. We're all counting
Oh
on
no.
you. You're such a
I,
dumbass.
I bet before the event he is blocked.
I
I
bet
bet
you
before
before we
the
get on
event
this
we'll
Skype
all
call,
block.
I bet you before we finish ending this show, he'll be blocked.
I bet you will all be blocked guilty by association, damn it.
Most fucking likely.
Thank God I won't have to look at all that shit.
Yeah, don't screw up my like there, Bobbit. I got Cody to like my shirt.
Jesus Christ.
I've tweeted it to him.
Don't tag
Set the-
any of us.
Set the countdown clock.
He already blocked somebody today for not even saying anything remotely bad. I heard about that today too. What did he block
Yeah.
somebody for today? He just.
Something political, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the political aspect with Y Society was pointing out multiple times today.
Oh. I don't care what his political. I don't care what these guys' political affiliate. I could give a shit.
He is a wrestler. He's there to entertain me in the fucking ring. That's it.
Entertain me. I don't care if you like Trump or if you like Hillary. I don't care if you want to fucking fill Hillary full of fucking jizz in the ear. I don't care. Just entertain the fuck out of me. If you can entertain me, I'll be happy. You want to talk politics?
Bye bye.
DM me. You'll fucking lose. But anyway,
Well, he agrees with a lot of stuff.
I know he does. He agrees. He's a conservative, I think. I've seen him tweet about. But he's one of those guys that thinks they're all fucking dumb. But
As do you. So.
no, I do too. A lot of them are fucking stupid.
As the Scarecrow from Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz said, there are a lot of people out there who do a lot of talking that don't have any brains.
That is true. That is true. Does anybody have anything else? Besides freaking Bobbit and his
No.
fucking Glacier fucking hard on? Trek, you got anything?
I can't follow that if I tried.
You couldn't follow what if you tried?
That trending hashtag.
It's not that hard to follow. You don't have anything you would like to add, you know, your thoughts.
Final thoughts for the night, if you have any.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna go in, low expectations, hope it works. All I want is for it to be fun. That's
You don't
it.
have to
Why
go low
are you going?
expectations.
Why do people go in with low expectations? If you're going in with low expectations, how about just going in with no expectations at all and just enjoy yourself? Can't we do that?
Just look
Yeah.
at the entertaining aspects. That's it.
That's what Money in the Bank. I was going in with no expectations at all, and I got nothing out of it. So I was happy. See how that fucking works? Anyway, I thought just throwing that out there for Ronnie.
Yeah, I mean, with tomorrow, just let's see what happens. Let's refocus and decide whether or not this is something for you or if this is just
Not your
another.
How about this? How about this? And I agree with Ronnie. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna disagree with Ronnie in this. If you are a wrestling fan and you don't like what happens tomorrow, you're a fucking idiot. If you like entertainment and you aren't entertained, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Whether it's shitty entertainment or whether it's good entertainment, If you can't be entertained, then I don't know what to tell you. I'm actually looking forward to watching the show and enjoying it for what it is. Fake fighting. And that's ultimately what wrestling is. I don't care what anybody says. It really is. It's fake fighting.
But you can gamble on it.
Of course you can.
You can gamble on WWE.
You can gamble on WWE. You gotten blocked yet, Bobbit?
Even Gina like my tweet. See, Glacier Nation is growing.
You're an idiot, Bobbit. Anyway.
But the
Glacier
sun will
for all
come
the
up on
things.
Sunday, no matter how the show turns out.
Yes, Sunday I will.
And everybody can enjoy their cookouts
Yeah.
on Monday.
I'm enjoying my cookout on Sunday because it's supposed to rain here Monday. So.
Oh, okay. So
I'm enjoying-
Sunday and Monday, you can sit back, enjoy your cookouts, put your phones down, put a hamburger in one hand, a hot dog in another, and just enjoy your family and friends for a couple hours.
Yeah.
Screw that. I'm putting a hamburger in one and a drink in another.
There you go.
That works too.
Oh, we're definitely doing that on Sunday for sure. I have mom's coming down on Sunday, so. But yeah, I don't think we're doing burgers.
No, we're getting steak.
I think we're getting screwed steak.
Yeah.
So,
Well, put 2 chicken drumsticks in your hands.
I ain't getting too.
Fight them that way.
I don't like grilled chicken. Not a fan of
See, I can do barbecue chicken on the grill, like the breast. I love that.
I love that.
Well, Heather, you can do that if you want. I am not.
No, I'm good with this, Chris.
I know you are. Because it's good, isn't it?
Who's the one who
It's
told
like
you about
it's
that?
like it's like what?
It's like butter.
But that being, yes, we are buying it. I will be streaming it. No, I will not be. Sorry, I will not be streaming it. I will be watching it with my family and a couple of friends. And I'm going to say this: you should enjoy it with friends because wrestling is boring without them. That's why whenever I watch a wrestling show, I'm watching it with friends. Ask these guys. That's why I do what I do on YouTube on Mondays and Tuesdays. So, that being said, anybody else got anything else? Y'all have a great holiday. We'll talk about all Elite, the show Double or Nothing on Monday at the beginning of the show. I'll tell you what I thought. I'll probably give you it was a good, but you won't see me fucking doing backflips and shit because why?
He is at that age where gravity will tell him it's better to keep
Well,
his ass below his head.
I'm talking. I was speaking theoretically.
I know.
Or what's that word? Not theoretically.
Facetiously.
Facetiously or whatever.
So we are going to do a Monday
Oh shit! No. I'm sorry. Next Monday, next week we will not be streaming at all. At all. Monday,
Okay, I thought maybe
Tuesday.
something.
Yeah, I forgot. Monday, enjoy your families. Like Ronnie said, put your phones down. Step away from social media for a little bit, and enjoy your families. And I do want you to do one thing. Think about what the day is for. It's not for all soldiers. It's for those that have sacrificed their lives or have died serving the country. That's what Memorial Day is all about. It's not about me. I'm still here. It's about those that have passed. Veterans Day.
That's
No,
real.
now that's all about me, because I'm a veteran. So, for all of you that have family out there, again, and I think I'm going to start doing this every time, and I have to have Heather remind me probably because I forget shit. I'm going to say this for all of you out there who have family and friends who served in the military. Thank you for your service. You are a brother to me or a sister to me in arms because I have been there and all that stuff. So with that being said, I want to say thank you to everybody. I'm going to turn it back over to Bobbit. Thank you again to everybody for being here. Y'all keep it real. Go into this with no expectations. Have fun. Everything will be just fine. Like Ronnie said, we will all get up Sunday morning and probably do what we normally do on Sundays. You will be no different. Move on with your day like it normally is. That's all I can say. So, Bobbit, back to you.
All right. With that being said, have a good night, everybody. Let's get Glacier versus Omega trending on Twitter, and have a good night. Not everybody.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Glacier.